Studio Funk.
Hello, welcome back to Studio Funk. Yes, we're back. And it always feels good to be back. The podcast documenting funk and soul of the past and modern day. That's right. On today's show, we welcome curator and DJ coming from London City, London Town, and also Bournemouth. We welcome Miche to the round table here at Studio Funk. I catch up with him about his brand new compilation coming out of Mr. Bongo Records with Love. A compilation covering modern soul, funk, soul and boogie. And here on Studio Funk we're getting exclusive insights and listen to his comp. Let's go.
I see you in different places, but we never get a chance to meet. Share all the same spaces, but your head's in the air before we greet. You treat me like a stepchild, oh, baby, but you drive me wild. You got the finest body I've ever seen. Miss me.
Big track. Conway Brothers, Set It Out.
Now this place ain't a fantasy.
Big shout to Tim.
This place is really real.
Big shout to Hirsch. Chicago Boogie Volume 3 out now on Star Creature.
The way we really feel.
Don't sleep.
Well, they got times there fixing now, and change is getting down. We can't forget about Cheetah, no, that boy ain't been around. So don't you wanna, yeah. Set it out, don't hold it back, come along with me. Feel fresh and free and set it out. Everybody, on your feet. Everybody, come grab it. 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 If you wanna, yeah, set it out. If you really, really wanna, yeah, set it out. This will make you set it out. Come on, baby. If you really, really wanna, yeah, set it out. Come on, y'all, come along with me. Let me tell you, this place ain't a fantasy. Everybody having fun, and it ain't no cover charge. 'Cause this place is only one. Feel free, come along with me, and without a doubt, you'll set it out.
Keep it moving right here on Studio Funk. Keeping the vibes rolling. You know how we do. Coming up soon, exclusive interview with Miche, talking about his brand new compilation on Mr. Bongo Records with Love.
Don't shake me loose.
By now you will have realized that our love will never lose.
This track is crazy. Brand new release from Tokyo Condition. Big shout to DJ Natoya. I see you. Nobuyuki Shimizu with a track called Silver Spot. 7-inch 45. You need this in your collection. Trust me.
Hey. 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 Hey, I'm Soul Supreme and this is Studio Funk with my man Aswad. Please enjoy this show.
Keep yourself from falling out. Yeah. Keep yourself from falling out. Yeah. Keep yourself from falling out. Keep yourself from falling out. A metropolitan suite happened, always been, but we surely are now. Look at us growing like a city has no end, like a tree with every branch it expands, it expands. Keep yourself from falling out. Keep yourself out. yourself, keep yourself from falling out. Keep yourself from falling out. From the daybreak down to midnight, from the outskirts to the inside, watch it grow. Oh, we watch it grow. Things just seem to change up. South to the north side, people won't ride on that metro line, yeah, on that metro line. South to the north.
Brand new release, Sequel Records. Mackenzie and Gardner. From Time, the groove version. Available on 7-inch 45 vinyl for the very first time.
I still remember yesterday. I couldn't find the words to say. The youth and lonely, I wish I could only young. Asking you to dance and wondering if my chance had gone. Saw you going outside. I didn't know if I should follow, but your eyes invited me to go. You were waiting alone. I made my move toward you. I knew right then that love would grow. My love from time. If only you could see just what you do to me. From time. I'm so happy that I made you mine. You had my love from time. If only you
crazy. One of my current favorites from the genius mind of Devin Morrison. In the past month, he has released 3 instrumental projects. With the titles of Dream Lobby. And this is the title track, Welcome to Dream Soul.
I want a lollipop, big and round. I want a lollipop for the prettiest girl in town.
Time for the main event. Coming up next, exclusive interview with Miche. Brand new compilation on Mr. Bongo Records with Love. Exclusive insight. Exclusively here on Studio Funk.
Não vou
on today's show, we have a very special guest who is a DJ, curator, party boy, also a person who spins records for 24 hours. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very proud to present Miche.
And the crowd go wild. There you go. No, thanks so much for having me. I really appreciate you getting in touch, Aswad.
Yeah, man. It's good timing because there's a lot of exciting things on the horizon for you at the moment as well.
There is, yeah. I feel like it's a good time in my life. I'm now officially a man of leisure, as my flatmate called me this morning. When I said to him, "Do you want to go record shopping this afternoon?" He said, "No, not all of us are men of leisure." So that's a good way to describe how I'm. We missed that one, didn't we? Man of leisure.
Man of leisure, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's a good, exciting time. I'm currently sorting out some records for Stowaway Festival this weekend, which should be fun. Mm-hmm. Sort of my first big festival of the year, really, which is quite nice. So yeah, it is a very exciting time, and it's a very specifically exciting time exactly at this moment. Yeah, really great timings for yourself. And what we're referring to here is that later on in September, on September the 23rd, you'll be releasing your compilation called With Love on Mr. Bongo. It is, yeah. That is the record that everyone should be going out and buying right now. 4 stars in Mojo magazine as well. I got yesterday.
Wow.
So shout out to Mojo magazine for accepting the bribe and.
Oh man, the hype is real. Let's say that then.
Yeah, I hope so. I think, being serious, I didn't obviously bribe Mojo. I don't know whether I'm going to get a libel case for that now, but it's a really exciting time. It's something that I worked really hard on, and something that I had to keep a secret for a long time. So I'm quite glad that everyone sort of knows about it now.
Sure.
Yeah, it's a real labour of love, man, which is kind of as the title suggests.
Nice. And before we get into the details of that, and I think some of the listeners here might be aware of who you are and some things that you have done in the past and other little things that you have as like side projects, I like to call them as well. And I think first and foremost, I think most people might know you from being the music programmer for Spiritland.
That is correct, yeah. I did that for 4 years until July this year. Amazing place, and really cut my teeth in one of the best places in London for it, really. I never thought I'd be a programmer, and it was never something that I thought would kind of interest me, but it was definitely something that I enjoyed every day I was there, really. It was such a wicked job. So shout out to all those people, and shout out to Paul and Sophie for employing me. It was such a odd time in my life to be 24 living in Bournemouth and then be asked to do that job, and then when I look back, it's pretty nuts that I kind of got offered that job. So they believed in me, but I think I paid them back in terms of big parties and good vibes, really.
Yeah, it's a wonderful place, Spiritland, and I was very fortunate as well that during your time there I was able to play as well. So
you and I think I worked out that on the website there was something like 1,000 events or 1,300 events, something. So I think I booked 1,000 different people at Spiritland. So it was some sort of weird thing that I never really kind of actually quantified. But judging by the fact that when I started on the website, I used to update everything, and it would always say sort of how many events were on the website. And I remember joining and there being about 300, and then when I left there was about 1,400. So there must have been at least 1,000 different sessions. So and for such a personal space, I think that's quite amazing. You know what I mean? It's I feel like I was there for a really long time when I look at it like that.
Yeah, 1,000 different events. That's mind blowing, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, there was obviously the pandemic in there as well, and I was trying to work it out. But then at some point we had Royal Festival Hall was doing 5 DJs a week as well. So it's and then Spiritland was doing 9 different DJs a week. So it does add up. So it's it was a really good time, man.
Yeah, excellent, man. And I'm sure your legacy will live there for years to come.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't think it needs to be. But that's very kind. But I'm sure that there'll be plenty fine without me.
Have they got a plaque on the wall of your face yet, or?
I was in there on last Saturday night, and it was the first time I'd been back there, and no, there was no mention of me whatsoever.
Oh man, we need to have
shrine.
a word.
No shrine yet, yeah.
No
I
shrine.
mean, if it's me asking for the shrine, that's sort of slightly odd, so,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. And I know in recent years as well, you successfully launched your record label called Disc of Fun and Love.
That's correct, yeah.
Yeah, man, which is a really nice, niche little record label that's released some gems, I have to say.
Yeah, it was really specific, man. It was so I ran that label with my friend called Frederica. She's one of the best diggers DJs that I know, and yeah, we started that project, and then kind of that project would have been responsible for sort of, you know, leading on to my compilation, the compilation we were talking about. You know, there was so much there that we basically learnt the industry from the bottom up. So I was speaking to two guys last night, actually. I did a little bit of consultancy for these two guys who wanted to start their own record label, and they didn't have a clue. Do you know what I mean? Like they didn't know exactly what to do at all. So it was quite nice to go and sit there with them and be like, well, you know, I remember when I was in that boat as well, and like, you know, and the things you learn on the job. It was a really important little project, and we did really well out of it. And I'm sure there'll still be some records and stuff like that coming out with us. But you know, I'm working for Mr. Bongo now. Frederica's doing stuff with Tropic of Love, which is Mafalda's label.
Nice.
You know, it's there when we need it.
Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be some other stuff. Just with the Mr. Bongo like compilation now, I've ended up basically, you know, having a much wider audience kind of pre-made, and a lot more kind of kudos from them rather than having to do things off my own back. I quite like that. So yeah. Nice.
It's nice to know that the label Disc of Fun and Love, it kind of like, looking back now, it's like setting a foundation for things going forward. Which
yeah, sure. There's the two tracks on the sevens we did 6 sevens so far, and the two of the tracks that have made it onto the compilation because I think they're so important, you know what I mean? And that's a homage to those things that we did a party which was really successful. We actually did it on Brexit Eve, which was like really kind of odd looking back.
Brexit Eve.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? It was like that thing in December, that thing in January where like you know, all the flag shaggers were at, you know, Parliament, stood around, and yeah, and we did this party, and it was like really odd. It was like a bunch of Europeans all in a basement listening to, you know, black American music. It was all kind of this like, you know, it was very kind of anti the establishment, which we didn't really realise that at the time, but when I look back on it, I'm like, it makes me feel a bit weird, you know what I mean? But I'd rather be doing our party in the basement than standing with those weirdos, so you know.
Well done, man, well done. Well done. Yeah, so for listeners out there, if you're not familiar with Disc of Fun and Love, I suggest you definitely check it out and scoop up the copies where you can, because
yeah, they're all about 500 press each, so that is a point where there will be a time when I think they all end up a bit lost in the you know,
they disappear in a hemisphere. Yeah.
God's Spirit descended upon me, and now I'm free as a bird in the sky. The Holy Ghost came like a mighty rushing wind, and now I've got joy in my soul.
Yeah, so fast forward into modern day now, and with your new compilation coming out called With Love on Mr. Bongo Records, just would like to say here is that Mr. Bongo, and has a very large reputation and has done so for numerous years. And I think I saw a note the other day, or maybe yesterday actually, that they're celebrating like 30 years of Mr. Bongo, which is like crazy.
That would have been 2 years ago, maybe. Because I remember we did when I was at Spiritland. That's kind of how I met them. Like I booked them for some shows on their sort of 20th year. So I'm pretty sure that would have been 2021, maybe, or 2020 or something like that, or 2019.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, amazing, man.
Yeah.
And that's been like like record stores in London, record stores in Japan, worldwide distribution. Like they've grown so much.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And
shout out Bongo.
Yeah, and what amazes me, they're constantly releasing. It's just insane. I just can't keep up with them, really.
It is. It's like, it's an odd one. I look at it and I would say they do release a lot, but also they don't release like loads of stuff that's unnecessary. Do you know what I mean? It might be like one a week, and it would be something amazing. It would be like Ryo Kawasaki or something like that, or then there'll be like Zito Rigi, an amazing Brazilian record. So it's still incredibly curated for something with so much output. I don't think personally, if it was just me on my own, I don't think I could put out that many records. That at that level. All the time.
Yeah.
The Stamella stuff. They did Stamella, which was like legendary South African band. And all of a sudden my promo package comes. It's got one of those in it. It's amazing, man.
Yeah. And I think one thing we have to consider here is that when it comes to releases, is that there's a lot of build up and research, and it's in progress of works of like a year or two before it's been released. Yeah. And I'm sure we're going to touch upon that even with your project itself, is that like these things are not done overnight. It takes a lot of time and effort to get these things together. And just to want to know a little bit of insight actually of like, where did you start with this project? Like, what was your inspiration behind it?
This project would have like real like it comes in sort of waves really. Like I always wanted to do a compilation. I remember calling Zaf Chowdhury up, Zaf. I remember calling him up when his Private Wax Vol.1 came out. I think it was the first time I'd been to Love Vinyl. Me and Carl Andrews, me and Carl went to see Motor City Drum Ensemble maybe, or I think it was a gig I was doing or something like that. And I went to Love Vinyl for the first time, bought this compilation and was like, wow, this is really cool. And it was around the same time that Jeremy Underground's Beauty compilation came out. And I think that was kind of, it kind of all accumulated listening to that kind of music for the first time. When me and Carl went to, I'm going off on tangents all over here, but when me and Carl went to Amsterdam Dance Event in 2016, we went to see Floating Points and Fortet. And that changed my life that night. It was like something I'd never witnessed before, listening to like sort of music from all around the world and proper soul music and stuff, Back then I would have known Archie Bell and the Drells, Don't Let Love Get You Down, because my dad would have played it, and and maybe some sort of Teddy Pendergrass and stuff like that. But musically, like, it wasn't really my upbringing as such. There would been Aretha Franklin going on and stuff like that. So fast forward like 2016, we went to this night and I was hearing Brazilian music for the first time. It was blowing my mind. And then I think after all that accumulated, Jeremy Underground put his compilation out the year after, which I still think is like one of the strongest compilations of the genre. Not so much dancey stuff. I think that's maybe slightly different with my compilation. I think that mine's a bit more DJ ready, should we say?
Yeah, upbeat.
Yeah, there's some bits on his comp which are like beautiful listening records. But yeah, so that was probably maybe the first influence really. And then I would have called up Zaf and been like, how do we do it? And I remember the first thing he told me was, don't do a compilation.
Really?
I was like, well, yeah, because he's like, he didn't believe in the kind of products that much. I think back then it would have been a different time. I think everyone would have been putting out compilations at that point 5-6 years ago.
Yeah,
it dropped off a bit.
Yeah, that's a good point actually. Just to pause you there, is that there was definitely a time where compilations were just like, they felt like monthly things, and I think now people are appreciating compilations more. That has definitely a tighter focus, let's say.
Yeah, I think so as well. And like a lot of compilations became quite specific on a genre or of an area, and I quite like that. You do like, that's a great way to do a compilation. You know, there's an amazing one, like Seattle, amazing compilation. It's got a track called "You Turn Me On" by Push, which is worth checking out. And I like those things, but I wanted my compilation to be, you know, just my treasures, kind of like that Jeremy Underground, the Beauty one. There was no kind of, you know, like pigeonholing anything. It was like, you know, this is it, do what you want with it. And that's kind of how it was approached with Bongo, because when I had my meeting with Dave and Matt and Gareth was there as well to back me up, it was they just said to me, just sort of do what you want, really.
Nice.
You know, because I was licensing I licensed all the tracks myself. I found all the artists myself. It was like they knew it was going to be private press, you know,
nice.
small label stuff, which would be easy to license once we found the people.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be too expensive to license it as well, because, you know, the advancing isn't like nowhere near as big as having to work with major labels. So we, you know, they kind of let me do what I want with it, really, that's how I feel like that it really kind of embodies that kind of sort of style that Jeremy Underground did with his Beauty compilation. Do you know what I mean? That kind of just kind of selecting the most special records at that moment and sort of sharing them with people.
Right. Yeah, it's good to know that you've been given the free range to do what you like here, but also that, most importantly, which always goes a long way, is then you're making this project feel personal. It's your personal picks, your treasures, things that you've accumulated over time, and now you want to share it to the masses, which is great.
Exactly. Like, I know histories of certain genres, I know some stuff, but you got to remember, man, I'm still pretty young. I don't know, like, I haven't been to, you know, Birmingham, Alabama and gone and seen the gospel churches, or I haven't been to the West Coast and, you know, and dug for AOR, or I haven't gone to, like, Brazil and, you know, and, like, gone and spoken to artists about the scene and what was going on. So to do something that was kind of anything more than just basically picking out my correct tunes would kind of not really be, it would be more complicated than it needs to be. Do you know what I mean? It would be unnecessary, I'd say. This is more of like 15 tracks that I know that people are going to really enjoy, and I know that the 15 artists that I've been in touch with are incredibly happy to have their music actually, like, around the world. And, you know, so yeah, it's important, man. It's an important project, I would say, for myself, and I'd say for these artists.
Yeah, most definitely.
Too funky for me, baby. Got too much on me, girl. Every time I see you getting down to this funky jamming sounds. Remember when you caught my eye, you soulful, sexy thing. I couldn't help from staring, girl. You had that sweet, sweet schoolgirl grin. So many things about you, too many to explain. Make me feel like laughing, singing, screaming out your name. When we get together, it's gonna be so fine. I'll shout it to the heavens, girl. Yeah, you're mine, mine, mine. You turn me on. You were too much from the very start. You turn me on. Oh, baby, yeah. You done stole my heart. Well, I get this funny feeling every time I see you move. The way you sway your hips, child, you really caught the groove. Now that we're together, it's gonna be so fine. I'll shout it to the heaven, mama. Ooh, you're mine, mine, mine. You turn me on. You were too much from the very start. You turn me on. Oh, baby girl, you done stole my heart. You took it from me, baby. make you mine. I'm gonna make you mine, girl. I wanna make you mine. I'm gonna make you mine, girl. I wanna make you mine. I'm gonna make you mine, girl. You turn me on. You were too much from the very start. You turn me on. Oh, baby. Said you stole my heart. You turn me on. You were too much. You turn me on. Oh, baby, mine. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna make you mine, girl. I'm gonna make you mine. I'm gonna make you mine, girl. I wanna make you mine. I'm gonna make you mine, girl. I wanna make you mine. I'm gonna make you mine, girl. I wanna make you mine. I'm gonna make you mine, girl. I wanna make you mine. I'm gonna make you mine, girl. I wanna make you mine. I'm gonna make you mine, girl. I wanna make you mine. I'm gonna make you mine, girl. I wanna make you mine. I'm gonna make you mine, girl. I wanna make you mine.
Yeah, so when we're looking through the track list here, there's a lot of great tracks, a lot of great artists and musicians, and knowing that they're all personal from yourself and curated by yours, I don't want to highlight some of them here. And one of the ones I'm looking at is City Lights with a track called Now You've Gone Away. Now, I have to admit, I wasn't really aware of this until obviously seeing this on your compilation. And this is the great thing about compilations, mind you, is that it always can put you onto things you're not quite aware of. But how did this one come about to you?
That was WLRS. Like, it's a radio station in Louisville, Kentucky. I think it's Walrus Rock or something like that. Walrus Rock, I don't know, some sort of odd thing. But this is off a radio compilation, and if you're interested in that, I'm going to do a shameless plug there. I did do a Worldwide FM kind of special with Mark Taylor on radio compilations, probably because of this tune.
Right.
So radio compilations would be like local radio stations or state radio stations would go and find local bands in the area. It might be like a battle of the bands kind of style thing where people would, you know, different kind of vibes. But this one here was a radio compilation out of Kentucky. First shown to me by Gary Johnson and Mark Taylor. It's like a killer. Like, they're mostly like folk and rock, so a lot of the tunes on these compilations are like pretty average. And then occasionally you'll get, like, usually on the sort of the ones that you'd be able to find with a bit of digging do have, like, you know, the one tune on them kind of thing. So yeah, it's this tune itself, like mental AOR jazz funk, kind of almost like thrashy in a way. Like it's crazy, man. Like unbelievable solo in the middle of it. Yeah, like just an all-round wicked tune. That's like a local nightclub it was. So yeah, so City Lights were like a local nightclub on West Main Street, if you're impressed that I remember that. And I found the license through like a Facebook group of like alumni, like the people who would have gone to that nightclub.
What?
So it's like a group of people who are like sharing sort of stories and images and stuff. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, I've got loads of pictures. There's some guy who's like uploading loads of like off the desk recordings on SoundCloud, which are like, there's like a 20-minute version of them doing Herbie Hancock's Chameleon, and the drum solo is about 8 minutes long. It's just it's crazy. Yeah, it's really good. Like, you know, there's so much info on this kind of nightclub and stuff, and it's a real shame that sort of only one of their released tunes is sort of any good, really, because they were obviously doing the nightclub band for like 12 years. They must have written loads of other good tunes. Yeah. But yeah, that's it's a really like really wicked kind of feeling to be able to find these people. And I posted in there like, all right, I've uploaded it to YouTube, there's the track, by the way, it's on this compilation, and just all the comments on it are like, is this Mary singing, or is this, you know, someone else? And people are like so specific, so it's quite cool to, like, you know, be on the kind of inside of the kind of nightclub band vibe, really. Like, I like their I like the fact it's still alive and people are still talking about it. They obviously did something right.
Yeah, that's great, man. It's really nice to, like, give this music that new life as well. And all those people who supported and was around that time, and it was very personal to them as well. It just gives that second wind as well to go through. It's great.
Yeah, it's like that one as well. There's a bit of an odd story, should we say? I at Supermax, when me and Justin were working at Supermax that summer of, I guess it was the summer of the pandemic, so we still had like the ability to, you know, turn the basement bar into a bit of a party in the summer when the kind of restrictions were lifted. There was a bit of a, you know, should we say, you know, a love for Old Forester whiskey. There was basically it ended up with like Justin, like, I'm sure he wouldn't mind me saying this on the record, like drinking bottles of Old Forester whiskey with Elliot. Me and him like crashing our bikes into each other. Him doing his classic like leaving his phone in taxis, like he did that a few times within a few weeks. And I mean, a few times, it was like 3 or 4. It was all about Old Forester whiskey. It was like, we'd just drink loads of Old Forester whiskey. I mean, I had some the other day. It was like, that's the kind of vibe for Supermax. But when I found this group on Facebook, and I was like trying to do a bit of research in the group, like, does anyone have the address, or does anyone, you know, is it on Google Maps? And so I found the address. It was 91... Don't quote me on this. 91 West Main Street or something along those lines. Maybe a different number or a different kind of road. But I typed in this address into Google Maps and looked at the picture, and it was Old Forester whiskey, and it's the main distillery of Old Forester whiskey now. So this building that would have been knocked through, they've put a massive still in it now, and that's where they make Old Forester whiskey. So all that whiskey I'd have been drinking that summer, crashing my bike into Justin, you know, and like doing all this stuff, was created in the same walls as this tune.
What are the chances of that?
There you go. What
are the chances?
Every time I drink an Old Forester whiskey now, I think of City Lights and these people.
Yeah. Also, a big shout out to Justin, Mr. Jamboree.
Dude, yeah.
He's the dude, man. He's the dude. We're speaking to him at the weekend, actually. We had some great laughs.
He's a guy, yeah.
Through the night, saying the words that I know, wanting you, but dreams having no place to go. Can't you see I long for the love? I need you with me.
on your compilation, I know you cover quite a few subgenres, obviously of funk and soul, and one of them being like Brazilian music, and some of it as well appears to be like West Coast, like AOR kind of style, I would say. And one of them that does come to my mind when highlighting here, going through, you got a track by Spare Hair with a track called Ain't No Doubt About It.
Yeah, that's on there as well. Amazing record. Sort of really sweet West Coast modern soul kind of vibes. I really like the tune, man. It's like something that it would have been like a YouTube dig kind of thing. So the way this compilation kind of came together was like, I had probably about 9 or 10 of the tracks on there. Now I think I've got all of them apart from one. So basically I had to end up buying records after like licensing it, because I was like, some of these are expensive, and it's like, if you don't get the license, I would have bought it and then sort of played it, but I wanted it to be really reissued, like, you know what I mean? So Spare Hair one was something I kind of found on YouTube, and it was listed under the name William Barlack, Ain't No Doubt About It, on Discogs as well. So it's a bit of an odd label. It sort of doesn't have any sort of not much writing on it. It doesn't have the classic like label name, artist name, stuff like that. So everyone thought the Spare Hair was the label, and William Barlack was the band or the singer. But it wasn't. It was Spare Hair. It was self-released thing. Like really beautiful West Coast, soul music really. So I got in touch with them, found this William Barlack on Facebook. He was still making music. I then got involved with a guy called Gary. I've forgotten what his surname is. I'll be able to find it, actually. It's in the record. It should be. Gary Newmark. And then, so I got in touch with both these guys. We spoke on the phone a few times. They were really excited about the project. Probably out of the lot of them, I think they were definitely up there as one of the more excited people of the project. To the point that they actually had a jam session. I think they went and played some music together.
Nice.
After, it's pretty cool. And then, it's a really special record. And they were kind enough to send me a few copies as well. So I ended up owning this record. It was the project was happening so fast from December to like basically having to finish it in beginning of March, that like finding these people and getting a copy of the record so we can put it on the master was really kind of it was something that we had to basically get done as quick as possible. It was a really quick turnaround.
I'm impressed that it was a very quick turnaround here, because usually these things do take a lot longer, and I think sometimes it comes mainly down to tracking people, because sometimes as researching goes, you might come to a dead end, but then you randomly might get like a message back from somebody who knew somebody through somebody, and was just like, hey, I heard your
forums and stuff, forums as well, like you're saying, like it's like Reddit, go on Reddit, does anyone know this person in the local area, stuff like that. There's kind of, you have to kind of go through a lot of kind of hoops, should we say, to find these people. So that's why when I found him and he was like dead keen, it sort of makes no sense, do you know what I mean? And I love the tune. There was another like great kind of bit where I'm looking at my wall now, and I've got basically a picture of the band signed by them, because they're in LA, and Gary and Dave, Mr. Bongo, went over there to see the Rap Cats pop up, and I said to William, I said, well, these two guys, they're at Mr. Bongo, because they were messaging me back, and we've listened to Mr. Bongo, this is amazing. Like I had like this Gary guy who's like, he's now like #1 customer in the US of Bongo Records. Like this guy's now discovering Brazilian music, and like
man.
Yeah, he's like dead keen on it, and they came down to Rap Cats, and they were like signing pictures and stuff like that. Like it was so funny. Yeah. So I've got a picture of Gary Johnson, Dave Buttle, Bongo, and then Gary and William Barlack. It's a funny one, and they turned up with their records, and they were signing pictures for people and stuff like that, because they'd obviously had all this stuff, so they were living their dream of being rock stars again.
Nice, man. That's good, man. You know what? It's all comes down to yourself or making it happen.
Yeah, it was a really sweet. It was a really sweet, feeling to have those photos sent to me.
There just ain't no doubt about it. From the first time I saw you, touched you, I just knew you were the one. Yeah. And the first time I kissed you, oh babe, your lips were sweet as wine. From the first time I loved you, just a question of time. I love you, baby. Down about it, you're the one. The way you touch, the way you kiss. Ooh, I hope it always stays like this. Ooh, yeah. Well, this may sound funny, but I can't live without you, honey. I just want to tell the world that you're a very special girl. Well, sometimes when I feel lonely, I know that you're my one and only. No one can ever take your place, 'cause baby, you're my saving grace. I love you, baby. Doubt about it, you're the one. The way you touch, I love so much. The way you move, such a groove. The way you kiss, you just can't miss. I love you, baby. Shout about it, you're the one. The way you touch, love so much. The way you move, it's such a groove. The way you kiss, just can't miss. Ain't no doubt about it. There just ain't no doubt about it. There ain't no doubt about it. There just ain't no doubt about it. There ain't no doubt about it. There just ain't no doubt about it. There ain't no doubt about it. There just ain't no doubt about it. I love you, baby. Doubt about it, you're the one. Ain't no doubt about it. There ain't no doubt about it. There just ain't no doubt about it.
Another track that caught my eye from your compilation was by artist called Sammy Akuna with a track called I Never Found a Girl. Now, I think this is a cover, if I'm correct.
It is, yeah. It's a cover of Eddie Floyd, written by Booker T. Never Found Me a Girl. I think it's originally on like Stax Records, maybe. It's kind of like, it was a bit more of a kind of mainstream sort of soul tune. Definitely
Northern soul kind of tip.
Yeah. And this one, like I say, it becomes a bit more modern. Do you know what I mean? It's like it comes up to date. It was, it's an incredible record, man. I think it may have been released 77. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't remember off the top of my head. But it was that kind of like prime time of soul music, I'd say.
Modern soul, yeah.
Yeah, it's phenomenal, and the horns in it just like really catch me. I love the fact that it kind of feels like he's ending the tune about a third of the way in. It starts coming down like break it down, clap your hands, kind of stuff. And that happens about a third into the tune. So like, over half the song is him basically ending the tune. And it fits right. That's why it kind of goes towards the end, because it's sort of a kind of last tune of the night kind of vibe. Do you know what I mean? I like it, man. Yeah, the original tune's really good, like quite a classic. I think this is just a bit of a twist on it, really, which is
Yeah.
quite like that. I wanted it to be that people kind of feel like they recognise some of the songs. It doesn't have to be so,
obscure, yeah.
Oh yeah, exactly, for the sake of it. Do you know what I mean? I dig deep on these things, and I wanted to share music that was lost along the way, for sure. But that's kind of where that tagline we did, like, you know, like we've written loads of taglines, me and Matt have got together, and it's sort of the stuff that was hiding in plain sight all along. It's sort of, you know,
nice, yeah.
You know, you could go out and you could probably play that Eddie Floyd tune, and it would go down really well in like a local bar or something like that, or, you know, people would know it. So when you play this kind of version of it, people might not instantly know what it is, but they might know the words when the chorus kicks in.
Yeah, and plus you can never have too much modern soul, in my opinion. It's always good to have.
To say that, yeah.
By the way, people.
I was gonna say I'm like the one man band of fighting the modern soul corner. No, I'm talking nonsense. But yeah, so this is a good one. Like talking about the licensing and stuff like that as well. Like I got in touch with Sammy's daughter. She kind of like volunteers at a local fire brigade. Where they're from in the northeast of the US, and I tried to license this before with Disfun of Love, and we never got anywhere with it because I didn't think she quite understood what we were trying to achieve with it.
Okay.
You know, it doesn't, you know, some kids from London want to do something with your dad's record or something. It's quite confusing, do you know what I mean? Sending contracts over and stuff. We never kind of got there, and I remember she was asking about her son's baseball team. And I was like offering to sponsor the baseball team for a year rather than like, because she didn't want to take money.
Okay.
She didn't want to take any money for it. She felt a bit odd. And I was just like, well, we need to pay you something. Can I sponsor your son's baseball team? And I wanted to get them kind of kitted out into Disfun of Love uniforms and stuff.
Oh man,
it would have been so cool.
That would have been cool.
Like a banner in the stadium and stuff. But that didn't really kind of. They ended up sort of doing something different or something. We left it for a few years, and then we ended up making a donation to that local fire brigade for the advance in her name. So it's like through her. But yeah, Mr. Bongo have made a donation to Mr. Bongo and Miche made a donation to the Pennsylvania local fire brigade volunteer. So hopefully we're doing, you know, it's not all cutting deals and paying advances. It's doing a bit of help in the community as well.
Yeah, and I think sometimes that does share good light on the fact that not everyone is in the music or record kind of scene. When you're approaching people like this, they might just be completely unaware of how the music industry kind of works, and when they get the random call about, hey, we want to reissue this record that you've probably never seen of.
I was going to say, I'd probably say that I think a lot of people would probably think they're ripping them off. Like, it sounds like the ultimate scam, doesn't it? It's like, sign this and I'll pay you $300 and you don't even have to get out of your, you know, you don't even have to get up out of your, you know, armchair to do it. And it's like, I get it, but you know, a lot of these people, you know, we sell the brands and we sell the ideas to them pretty strongly, and I think the enthusiasm is definitely there. Like I love all these tunes. You know what I mean? This is such an important crusade to go through and share these music again with people. You know, it's a nice thing to do, man, and it's and I like these stories more than others really, because this is, you know, I wish every advance was paid to a local charity or to some sort of, because it's such an odd, like it's such an odd story that people won't understand when they buy the record, that like by buying that record that small bit of royalties is going to the local fire brigade. It's you know, there's a few stories like that, and it's just about getting the license. It's about getting the license over the line, really, and making sure these people feel like they're just as proud as we are doing the project. Well,
listeners, you know what you got to do now. You got to buy doubles of this compilation to making sure that the fire brigade is getting that check. Yeah.
I can't remember where it is. It's in Pennsylvania. And I can't remember exactly. McLean, there you go. It's McLean's local fire brigade. So go and give them a like on Facebook or whatever it is.
Nice.
together. Let's go back in time. Fred Hughes might say, I flipped on the switch. On comes a line. Down with the sun, baby. On comes the night. I walk through the rooms where my baby used to be. I fall down on my knees and I'm begging, please. Send my baby, baby, baby back. Send my baby. Here's something for all you lovers out there. The natural form might say, we got a good thing together, my baby. My baby. Ain't no use in us start acting crazy. My baby. We got it going. We got it going. Bring it on up, 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 bring it up, bring it on up, bring it up, bring it on up, bring it up, bring it on up. Ain't no love. That's my baby, baby, baby's love. No, you never found me a girl to love me like you. No one can make me feel. Never found, never found, never found, never found, never found, never.
Another selection from your compilation that also caught my eye, and I have to say that like a lot of tracks in your compilation was just like I had to like look them up and be like, what is this? And then and just get my bearings with it a little bit before the compilation came out.
That's the idea, man. Imagine if it was 15 tracks that you'd already had.
That is true.
That was my first draft about 5 years ago. I did do a compilation when we were talking about, Zaf and giving him a call. I found that track list in my Google Drive when I was doing this project, and it was dreadful, man. It was like listening to a Floating Point set. It was like I'm quite proud that nowadays it's an actual record that's put together.
Yeah.
It's tracks that I've actually played rather than just stuff I've got reissues of. But yeah, sorry, we're going on about Belita Woods with me or something.
Yeah, Belita Woods with a track called Magic Corner. And this is a bit earlier than some of the ones that we spoke about earlier.
Sure, yeah, 1969, yeah.
Yeah, 1969, this one. And so it was a history of obviously released in 69. It was released on 45. And another one that ticks a box now, which is probably on the rare side of things. So I want to know, actually, how did you actually come in touch with this track itself?
This one would have been a gig I did in Brighton in 2020 with Gary and Gareth from Mr. Bongo. And we played all day together on the beach, and then I remember listening to some of the tunes, and Gary played this one, and it's like that perfect tune for like where we were, like sunny terrace. It's got a bit of a break on it, not like a break as in like a, the drums are a bit kind of choppy, well recorded. The record is super like loud as well, like
nice.
such a great pressing on these sevens. They're all like really trashed when you buy them. They look like used and abused, and yet the groove is so thick on them, it's like, it sounds amazing.
Nice.
So that's where I first heard it, and then I did a trade with some like Gary for something, and there was I gave him quite a good deal of a record, and he came back and was mentioning about he mentioned about he had a spare and he gave it to me, so it was a nice way to it was a nice little record to have. I think it's such a killer record as well. Like it always goes down really well. Nice.
Yeah, it's definitely a new one for me. And just take you back a bit with you talking about that set you played with Mr. Bongo. I remember listening to that online, actually. I must have checked the SoundCloud upload.
There you go, you'd have heard it then.
Yeah, so I must have heard it without realising. But Yeah, if anybody wants to check that out, it's a good archive actually, because I think that set you did was like with Mr. Bongo, it must have been like 4 hours, 5 hours, something crazy.
It's it was about 6-7 hours. I remember doing the last hour with Gary as well, and it was like we usually end up on the beers, and then I'm like digging through his bag. I'm like, can I play it? And he's like, yeah, go on. So I played a few tunes that he'd had as well, which was quite fun.
Nice.
But yeah, it's like it's such a, I think this is a great record. I'm looking at my computer now because I knew this is a really interesting thing. It was the record was released on Moira Records, and there's some released on Karen Records as well. And it was owned by a guy called Ollie McLaughlin in Detroit, and he had 4 labels. Moira Records, Karen Records, Carla Records, and Ruth Records. They were all named after his daughters, which is quite sweet.
Interesting.
This Moira one has got like a bright yellow label, and then it was released on the same time at Karen Records. I don't know if that one's quite rare. I've never seen it on Karen Records like actually out in the open. But yeah, it's I think that's such a sweet story. So it was Moira actually that I got in touch with, and I had to go after her because it was on her
name. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And Ollie unfortunately has passed away, but they're still there.
That's good.
The family's still there, and Belita Woods is like as well. She's she went on to be in Brainstorm and Funkadelic Parliament, and
right.
And I remember shout out Rose Red Records. It's like
Rose Red Records. That's a Bournemouth stomping grounds. Go on.
There you go. And I remember buying a house tune. Belita Woods, Leroy Burgess, Best of Me, on Basement Boys. And that's kind of the first Basement Boys record I bought when I've ended up going on and collecting a lot of that stuff. I love all that stuff. So I've played this record for quite a long time and didn't realise it was the same Belita Woods. So I've kind of got the first record she's ever done in Magic Corner, and then I've got the last record she did with Best of Me, which is like it's cool. I like that. That kind of makes me feel a little bit complete,
Yeah. Nice.
She was in the P-Funk All-Stars, not in Funkadelic Parliament.
Right, P-Funk All-Stars. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know much about that, but it was definitely Brainstorm. So
Yeah, I'm aware of Brainstorm. Yeah, and just to point out as well for the listeners here is that when buying a compilation, this track is actually only going to be available on the vinyl release. Yeah, and
that was due to when we licensed it through them, they didn't want it to be on a digital platform, which is fair enough.
Yeah, don't want to be streaming and stuff.
They were a bit more. They've obviously had this before because they had a lawyer who dealt with it all and stuff like that. And,
interesting.
They didn't want it to be on the digital stuff, which is fair enough because and I quite like that. So we've done it on just the vinyl. I could have done it on the CD, but I thought, no, let's keep the CD and digital as a different tune. That's a tune by South Funk Boulevard, so it's the B-side of the first track on the compilation. So that's a nice little thing, I think. I think CDs are a great format as well for stuff like this. So you get a different track on there, and then digital, obviously. So, but in terms of like Magic Corner, it's well worth buying the record for it. It's a killer tune.
Yeah, and just to sum up here, we've just gone through a few of the tracks here from the compilation. There are many others, and it just makes me feel like this compilation right here, it is totally worth the buy here and totally worth the investment, because you're going to get so much at such a low cost, I'd like to say as well. And I'm pretty sure as well, I know you don't want to go too far in the future, but I'm sure that you're not done here, and there'll be probably more to follow up in the near future.
Yeah, this is a volume 1 of a indefinite series, hopefully. As long as people keep buying the records, then it's
no pressure, people, no pressure.
Yeah, as long as people keep buying it, my career kind of continues. But I've already started working on volume 2 as well, so that's between us. But it's something that will be, rather than having to do it in 4 months, I can do it in 12 months basically. So, which is quite good.
Yeah, you heard it right here on Studio Funk, people.
There you go, world exclusive, baby.
Exclusive. Cool, man. So, it's been great to chat, man. Really good to chat. And what are you going to be doing for the rest of your day? You quite busy?
I am going off to a place called Jelly Records, which is in Chatsworth Road here in Clapton. And I'm going to go and work the afternoon for him. Kev down there is one of the dudes. It's one of the best record stores I've ever been to. And every time I go in there, I'm like, when are you having a day off? Because I'd love to come work down here. So I'm going to go and work the afternoon for him. No idea what's going to go down. Hopefully some friends will come through and buy some records. I know that I can basically sit there and play what I want through the system, which is quite fun. So that's pretty fun. I think there's something we can mention as well. I'm going to now lead this conversation. It's like, I feel like someone's taken over, but like I was going to say, we were talking about Bournemouth in the break there. I'm doing a party down there, which is an invite to you especially, and to listening.
Of course, man.
24th of September. That's at Camden. We've got Void to put a sound system in. Ali's going to bring his nice mixer, and we're going to play tunes all night.
Jeez.
So I'll see you in the front, listening to all these nice tunes.
I'll be there, man. I'll be there, letting the bass shake my rib cage.
Hopefully, yeah. Void are amazing. Void are like a sound system company that provide like massive nightclubs around the world, and they're based in Poole. And I always give them a shout and go and bring them some ales, and they let me look around the factory and give me t-shirts and stuff like that. And they're all like proper metalheads as well. Do you know what I mean? So when we try and borrow the system to put on parties like this, we're always like, come down and you can. And we'll just drop it off. We'll come pick up in the morning.
Yeah, when they realise that you're just playing some like smooth modern soul, they're like, "This ain't hard enough for our speakers. We're gonna leave." Yeah.
I'm gonna try and see if they can all come down as well. So we should all be celebrating them, because they're the local heroes of providing big sound systems.
Yeah. Man, that's going to be great, man. I'm looking forward to that launch party. And just to say, just a little, obviously, shout out to Ali and Miche, the Warm Agency. They did put a good show on not too long ago with Rahan there as well, which was banging, man. It was heavy.
That's amazing. Like, that's like classic Bournemouth. It's a small town, and then occasionally someone like Rahan can pop through. We had Horsemeat, didn't we? Ali booked Horsemeat down there, which is great.
Yeah.
I remember when me and Carl booked a guy called DJ Okapi from Johannesburg. Came down and played like Kwaito and Bubblegum all night, and it was, he was doing a UK tour, and we managed to just offer him a little bit of money and a place to stay, and he had a really good time.
It's funny.
I do like Camden. That's where I cut my teeth, man. It's a really special little bar.
It is. It is funny about Bournemouth because like most people wouldn't know about Bournemouth. Wow, unless you follow football like worldwide, you'd be like
Chris Wheatley on Instagram.
Yeah.
Half the world does.
Oh, Chris, Mr. AKA Funky Muzak.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I bet everyone here has been followed by Chris and not following back.
Big shout out to Chris, man. But yeah, man, these events do put Bournemouth on the map. Me, you, we kind of represent that at times, and it's all good.
Yeah, dude, it's the space to be.
Indeed, man. Well, thanks, Miche. It's been a pleasure to have you on the show, and I really look forward to the launch of your compilation, and all the best going forward, man. And listeners, don't forget to check it out on September the 23rd.
Yeah, and also you can pre-order it now, which means if you get it on Bandcamp, you get the digital kind of sent to you on the day of release.
Which is always good.
There's a track out at the moment, a Brazilian tune by Quintessencia, which is a cover of Javan's Cerrado. Wicked vocal harmony thing, and if you pre-order the record, you get that digital sent to you now. So, and you can also get it on Mr. Bongo's website as well. Nice. Yeah, I think it's go out and pre-order the record. Been backed by the right people.
Indeed. I think the insight when known about how these records come together, and the money is going far. It's going all the way to a fire brigade in Pennsylvania. We have to remember then that the money goes far to, so always, if you can, support these projects.
Yeah, it goes to yeah, exactly. We pay an advance and a royalty, and because this is private press and minor label stuff, these records, should I say, maybe failed along the way. Do you know what I mean? If you don't hit state radio back then, you're not gonna go to the big leagues. So worldwide distribution would have been an impossible task. And now 40, 50 years later, we can sell these records all across the world, and DJs can pick them up and play them on their radio stations and play them out in bars and nightclubs. It's a good feeling.
Salute, man. Salute, Miche.
Yes.
Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy Jelly Records. Don't
gonna
buy
be fun.
don't buy too much records.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's the whole point, isn't it? You work there to get paid.
You work for the wax, but yeah, Jelly Records is a good dig there. I've been there once. It is good. It's good.
Yeah, solid. All right, Aswad, it's been a pleasure. I'm going to drop the mic now, and peace, love to everyone.
Indeed. Peace, man.
Peace.
Man, once again, big shout out to Miche. Thank you for being a guest on the show. Complete honor to have you on the show, my friend. My Bournemouth brethren. Bournemouth is a small town, but when it comes down to it, we represent. So don't forget, people, to check out the compilation released on Mr. Bongo Records. The compilation called With Love, compiled by Miche himself, featuring rare, some obscure, some hidden in plain sight of modern soul, boogie, funk and soul. I have to say, man, it's a goodie. Definitely worth checking out. As always, thank you all the listeners here on Studio Funk. Always appreciate support. Also a big shout out to my Patreon family at patreon.com/Studio Funk. The past month has been very busy with the special month focused on Japanese music. Don't forget, you can check out Patreon where you can get full track list to the show, bonus episodes, extra insights, and a whole lot more. Wow, it's that time of the show now to get into our nice little tribute mix. And of course, because Miche has been selecting some fantastic 45s for his compilation, it only makes sense that I do the same right here and pay that tribute back towards him. So what we're going to do, I'm going to select some 45s from my collection. Some hiding in plain sight, some rare and some very obscure. Nonetheless, all great music. So sit back and enjoy.
my body shop. Why you only have to make one pit stop at my body shop. I give good service and I'm right around the block. Right around that block. Let me make you happy. I got the tools. We can work it out. I guarantee if you want me to do the job, I can fix you up with a written warranty. Love, I guarantee I'm in your broken heart. Love, I got the rich to fit every part at my body shop. Why you only have to make one pit stop at my body shop. I give good service and I'm right around the block.
every single night. A one night stand, honey, that ain't me. I want love and romance, not a one night treat. So it's plain to see what I want from a man. It's love and affection, not a one night stand.
Every time you call my name and you tell me you understand, I believe my heart, it skips a beat or two. And every time I see your face, smiling the way you can, I believe my heart, it skips a beat or two. And when I see the sun come up, for us, it's another day, my love, and that make my heart skip a beat or two. Don't you see, I know you care about me in every way, and I tell you my heart, it just skip a beat or two. No matter where I am, no matter what I'm doing, when you cross my mind, you just turn me around. No matter what people say, I don't care what they do. No one can take away what I feel for you. Every time you call my name and you tell me you understand, my heart, it skips a beat or two. Skip, it makes a, can't you hear? Hey. Skip, yeah, I can't believe it. When I hear your name, it makes a.
What you say? How about some weed today? Is it cess or is it tie? Whatever it is, get me high. Know what? There's always someone telling me what to be and how to act when I want nothing else than to be myself. Really though, really though. See me, I got my Walkman up loud. Yeah, blowing kiss and ooze, zipping piss and ass. Finger popping with my super bizzin' ad, isn't ass. This is young Celine, the same guy who dug in the sizzing with the lizzing, all the time clizzing. Most people don't know what I'm missing when they see me in my three-piece Pierre card dizzy. Really though, really though.
next dance you'll be doing could be the hall. I'm culturally turned on, listening to sounds, living in HP, being me. Put down the joint, get to the point. I call it HP, but it's really Hunter's Point. I walk with a San Francisco dip, falling the Lizard and talking his hip. I love to roll them sheets, I make the chicks cry. I don't smoke weed, I'm culturally his eye. Another dollar, it's time to make the tenders holler. And in 83, I ain't turning down nothing but my Kizala. Some people can't understand the secret walks and talks of the Rizzo Mizan. We say right on, it's your thing. Now it's your thing, man. Like Mellow Groove, you got baby's mind, copping dates and sitting a fizzing iron. That's an image, not a fact. That's part of my culture. Feeling good and going through my act. Words like manifestation, organization, accumulation, stock market robbers, razor cut barbers. We don't use those words. A little dab will do you real cuisine. When our people are gonna use curl shizine. Really though, yeah, really.
Hey, you're listening Studio Funk, the best on your funk.
It was a very cold winter when you and I first met, staying in South London, in our cozy basement flat, living love, living love, living in love.
It made no difference about our color. It made no difference at all. 'Cause we knew we loved each other. To be together was our goal. Living love, living love, living love.
And you can tell it to your friends,
And you can tell it to your pa. And you can spell it to your ma.
that our love will never end.
Living love, living love, living in love.
Yes, they tried to make us part by stipulating all the flaws, but we knew in our hearts what we were fighting for. Living love, living love, living in love.
Sure, we had our ups and downs, but then everyone does. Beating all the clowns who thought we should have been a Mars. Who living love, living love, living love.
And you can tell it to your friends,
And you can tell it to your pa. And you can spell it to your ma.
that our love will never end.
Living love, living love, living in love.
When will we realize where our future lies? Living love, yeah, living love, living love, living love, living in love. And you can tell it to your friends, and you can tell it to your pa, and you can spell it to your ma. That our love will never end. Living love, living love, living in love. And you can tell it to your friends, and you can tell it to your pa.
what's on your mind? Something, girl, you just can't hide. No, no. Why we have to wait? Baby, wasting all this precious time. I've been wanting you from the time you stepped in my life. Ooh, you made it night. Love has been too long. Let's get it on. I want you. You want me. Stay a while. Let's fool around. When I see your face, I know inside how much you care. I can look right through you. Your heart is saying my love
Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed the show. Studio Funk is a monthly podcast which is available on popular podcast services like Spotify and iTunes, but also can be found on other popular music services like SoundCloud and Mixcloud. If you'd like to support the show, you can do at patreon.com/Studio Funk, where you become a monthly subscriber, where you receive extra perks and extra content. Extra content includes full track list to the show, bonus episodes, giveaways, and a lot more. That's patreon.com/Studio Funk. Thank you.
Studio Funk.